It is a sort of average temperature, rainy grey day here in the Charente. It's Saturday and I have been doing housework. You can probably hear the washing machine going in the background. And I am also just starting to move wood and metal from the framing from the room upstairs downstairs, so I can work on the hallway starting tomorrow. Well, the landing in the guest quarters. It is a hair up kind of point because I'm just starting to get really warm. So yep, saves on the heating. So I've started to clear. You can see I've removed some of the stuff that was there, taken a couple of bits from here, but this is the rest of the lot that I've got to carry down. All of it will get reused at some point, so none of it's going in the wood pile. Not for now anyway, not unless I find anything that is beyond use. Well, that's a few more bits of wood in the old workshop. Tumble dryer on this rubbishy day. This is the state of my workshop currently. It is a working workshop and does have a lot of stuff stored in it, so I'm really hoping that once these initial renovations are done, I'll be able to start clearing out some of the cardboard, some of the excess plywood and plasterboard, and yeah, might be able to use it for some of my arts and crafts, maybe get my pottery going in there, get a kiln in there. I am sans coat now. It is definitely work that warms the cockles. As you can see, the cats are out. Got one there and one there. I suspect that Aslan, yes, that's Aslan, will start running for the house just about now because it just started to rain. So I think the door's open, but if not, they'll sit in the porchway there. And here is another room which you may or may not have been introduced to yet. This is my art studio, or what will be my art studio. And currently it's art studio come greenhouse. So it's got a few bits and bobs stored in here which will go into the house when things are sorted. And got some trees I'm just growing there, and a lovely aloe plant. And there are some seeds there ready for me to start doing some veggies. What I need to somehow get is some raised vegetable tables. So I'm hoping that I can get my YouTube channel up to the point where I start earning. So I need 1,000 subscribers to start monetizing, and then I can start affording all the extra bits that I need on top of the initial renovations, just to start bringing an income through the Chambredot business. But yeah, it's quite a funky little space, and I look forward to using it in the summer when I can open these windowed doors. If you're short like me, it's only a short duck to get in and out of those. But yeah, and I've planted up all along here with my friend Chris this stone wall, hoping that come spring, summer, that'll be a beautiful sight to look out at. And within the trees there I planted up a load of snowdrops. Oh, look at these two. I just had to photograph this. A pair of them were sat there on the step keeping an eye out. Oh, neighbours are off on their quad bike, probably down to the chasse. Chasse is a hunting area. Hunting is very, very popular in France, and so yeah, there are quite a few chasse areas around. If you own any kind of land, you're bound to back onto a chasse area at some point. So got a quick trip out. Just got a message from my friend Jo, who runs a local broconte in Lesignac-Durand. And she's found me some corbels. I've been looking for these for ages, so yeah, really, really happy, and going to go and pick them up now. This is Le Vehicle, and this is the lovely Jo's place, her and her husband run, which is a broconte, which is basically like an antiques, second-hand type store, and so you can get all sorts of furniture and bits and bobs here. So I've just got back in from Joe's and spending far more money than I intended, and as you can see, somebody's very interested in the pizza that I have just beefed up a bit and popped in the oven for 10 minutes. And he's waiting for his slice, apparently. I've also got some other bits and bobs out here, some vegetables and things. So some mushrooms, onions and a courgette to chop up and do some prep work. I'm going to make a turkey and pesto pasta dish for during the week to keep me going for when I get back from my French lessons. And yes, the offcuts of turkey, because anything that's a bit too sinewy I tend to boil up for the pussycats. So they will get those, but not today, because I'm not chopping up the turkey today. Pace myself a little bit, but I'll take you through in a moment and we can have a look at unboxing my purchases. Okay, so here we are. First of all, I do need one of these for the guest rooms. So, in fact, I probably need another one, but we'll worry about that. But I found this gorgeous... Oh, she says removing the price tag. Gorgeous mirror, shaving mirror, or makeup mirror, depending on which way you want to think of it. And I just thought, yeah, that'll look perfect in one of the guest suites. Now let's see what else we got. Let's move these bits out the way. Come on, Mr. Octopus. Love that. It's very my steampunk tastes, as I mentioned before. So here we go. Corbel time. Now, I bought more of these than I intended to. Got 3 of these, petite ones. Thought they're absolutely gorgeous. Made from horsehair and plaster, I think. And got 3 of these. So eventually when I get round to affording to do up the kitchen, I will use those to go underneath a shelf. I will use those as shelf supports. So they're gorgeous. Right, here we go. And this is one of the big beasties. It's about 25 centimetres long. That's quite wide. I'll give you an idea there of the size comparison. So these are small ones. Well, that is a big beastie. And the idea again is to put these either side of a door frame. So I'm planning on doing this door frame once everything else is cleared out of here, putting one either side, and then again a shelf across the top, maybe some books on there, some objet d'art, just something to create a focal point, give some character back to the house. I've got 2 of those. I'm going to keep them in there just to keep them safe until I'm ready to use them. And another set for my room. So we will worry about that, she says, trying not to damage the ones she's purchased. Way in the future when we have money to do my quarters last ones. So apparently these have been sitting in a barn somewhere, being unloved, in somebody's home who purchased a house and found these but didn't have a use for them because their house already had lots of these in. So here we go. There's 3 of those. Now one of these is damaged and I don't mind, again, because I can, if necessary, repair it. Here we are, this is the broken one. It's just chipped across here, so I can create a mould for that, I'm sure. Not too worried about it. It adds character, and these already are old. They need a bit of a clean up, so I'll have a look at it once they have been cleaned up and see how I'm going to hang them. There we go. And then you put the shelf across the top, and it just gives that lovely, you get that character in there. Just an idea of it anyway. So yes, love, love, love. Another early morning start. You see it's very dark still out here. The moon just is appearing behind the clouds there. I am in full welly bob gear today. Don't know. You see that? But it has been raining constantly for the past 2 days. Listen to that squelch. It is proper welly bobs on this farm. Ugh. Yep, definitely glad I didn't wear the other boots out here today. But when the clouds clear, the sun fully comes up, I'm sure it'll be a beautiful day. Just having a look around this reclamation yard. Very noisy parakeet there. Gnarly looking stuffed fox. Corbel. Carrot addiction. Stone, I should imagine, based on that. Marble type things. Oh, I remember having one of these. Mum and Dad used to have one. I used to get a cheese wire and just cut your cheese there. And there's one there that actually has a wire on it still. Very lovely. Various animals and birds. Oh, that's quite nice. It's a sort of weight to it. So lifting that, it's definitely not plastic. It's definitely more, the weight of it is either glass or crystal. So maybe it's not too far out on the price. Looking for wardrobes, and I do like these ones with the stars. Oh, 410, that does seem rather a lot. For what essentially is a very old, stuck together with lots of other bits of wood inside. Obviously been added to. I mean, the outside carving to the front doors is nice, but nothing on there says to me it's worth more than 200 maximum. So maybe a bit pricey in here. Drum kit, anyone? Corridor of doors. I do need some new doors. This might be something that I could utilise. At only €30. What a solid door. Very Monsters Inc. this. All these doors. Ooh. You poor old dead spiders there. Some of these doors, I guess, are going to need sandblasting or heat gun treatment, strip the old paint back. I really, really need to remember to measure up my door frames that I want to replace. Certainly, lots of options. It's cute. So here are my efforts of the turkey pasta. So we've got turkey in there, mushrooms, onions, garlic and courgettes, some herbs de Provence and some olive oil in with the green tagliatelle and pesto tagliatelle. So that's all mixed up, and that'll last me probably all week. But out of the massive turkey breast that I got, some goes towards the cats. And what I've done is I've packaged up the rest of those vegetables, same vegetables, and the turkey in there. Not sure really how well that can be seen. And what I'll do is I'll pop that in with some of the my favourite green Thai curry paste, May Ploy. Just to be clear, this is not sponsored in any way, shape or form. It just happens to be my favourite. So yeah, I will pop that in with that. There's some chopped up lazy ginger that I have, which I will show you even further. And then I will make some coconut jasmine rice with some coconut milk and some of that rice. But also to go with the pesto pasta, I will be toasting later some of these, and I tend to do those fresh each day. So these are some Tesco ones that I brought with me. Some pine nuts, so fresh each day, toast those to go with the meal. And then when I do this, then I will be putting toasted cashews. Most of my dishes tend to come with toasted nuts of one sort or another, so either toasted peanuts, cashews, or pine nuts, because all add lots of lovely flavour, texture and protein. So just thought I'd share that with you before I go off and start doing some more work. It's a lazy Sunday morning here in the Charente. This is Burn Pie keeping me company this morning. Hey Bubba, is it time to get up? We tried to wake Mummy up several times, and I've just been absolutely useless. Because it looks like it's a bit sunny out there. Also looks like the skylight needs a good clean, but not quite sure how we're going to get up there to do that. But still, having a stretch. Obviously, we're not quite ready to get up yet. Although I'm actually quite awake now. Might go and make myself a cup of tea. So I've just let the boys out, and I now need to go and take my washing that was laundered overnight and pop that into the tumble dryer, because it's still bitterly cold out there and it is particularly squelchy. And one of the funny things that I've seen outside, which I'll show you in just a sec, is where the cats have sat on the furniture that's out there. It's partially sunk into the mud. Some of the chairs have got lower. One of them's at a precarious angle, just that one on the end there. So, yeah. Obviously, the weight of a large cat on top of the chair was too much for the ground. That just shows you how wet it is. And also why possibly Bern has taken to sitting on the table. Now, I've had to change shoes to come out here, just because I don't want to traipse wet, soggy mud through the house. This has got to be one of the first areas to path, because it is boggy and muddy, and I walk a lot between the house and the workshop. As you see, it was obviously windy last night as well, and the water butt has lost its head. So, and I think they must have given us the wrong size lids when they delivered these, because it just doesn't sit on there. Anyway, time to get into, she says, it's always a challenge this, into the workshop. As you can see, the bottom of the volets, the door ones here, both actually on the garage and on the workshop, are rotting at the bottom. So those are going to need replacement panels next year just to fix those up. So it's going to be some hard work getting those done and painted, but we'll see how we go. So something else I have been thinking about is parking for guests. Now, obviously you've got the driveway at the front of the house, but the access for guests is going to be through the kitchen because the stairs are in the kitchen up to the guest facilities. So what I'm thinking is it might be an idea just to put next to the bamboo, just the other side of these trees here, is a couple of spaces, parking spaces. Most people tend to go up there anyway, up the driveway there, before they get to the house. So it might be easier for everybody if I put 2 spaces there and then some sort of pathway across. Because I want to put a patio at some point here as well, but maybe some sort of pathway through just so people can bring their luggage, walk across without being completely muddy. Would be a good idea. Might try sort of a gravel path to start off with, just to get things going until such time as we put down some sort of stone base. But just a thought. My ideas and thoughts for this place are ever evolving, ever changing, and also driven by money, which is cost a lot more than I anticipated, and I did give myself double the budget to do the work. But things obviously globally have gone up, and I think things cost more here. It's going to be initially less things than I had hoped to start off with, but I will build it all up, make sure it's clean, comfy and safe to start off with, and then we will add more and more facilities as time goes by. Good morning everyone. It is a bitterly cold but beautiful frosty morning here in the Charente. It is the 4th of March and I am just heading off to my friend Jo's Broconte because she's open today and apparently she's going to have a bit of a sale on. And Chris is upstairs currently continuing to sand those dratted beams and clear them of that horrible orange varnish. Oh gosh, I really hate orange varnish. Right, anyway, here we go. Oh, there I am. Hello. Here we are in Lesignac-Durand. This is the fishing lake that's around here. So Jo's sale on today, so we've got some fantastic looking mirrors going quite cheap. I guess they were dressing table top ones. Somebody's decoupaged and glitzed up that little side table, but it's not quite what I'm looking for. We've got a free divan base. Basically in France what they tend to do is they have the bed frames and then they put in the bases like this with the mattress on top, as opposed to having slats. So you often find that they don't have slats in there. What look like some wardrobe doors and a mirror. Ooh, let's see. Now I am in the market for some bedside tables. I may revamp them. They might come up nicely with some paint. And Jo actually sells paint as well. Oh, I wonder how much these chairs are. So 10 for that, 10 for that. These monkey ones, 2 chairs for €50. I'm not sure that they're right for the bedrooms, guest bedrooms. I think I'm going to have to pass on them. I have to be sensible with money. Got lots of rugs as well for sale. Now ideally I'm looking for sort of blues and greens. So sort of gold and green. Wonder how much that's up for sale for. I'll have to ask Jo. Let's go in. See what else is going on inside. It's very cute. Futile is armchair as opposed to chaise, which is just chair. And these ones are Voltaire style. Very nicely done. I suspect Hannah and her partner are responsible for the relooks on these ones. Trunks. China, beautiful blue china. 2 pieces for €4. This is actually Japanese. Little glass bottles. €2 each. Nice chandeliers. Now I have just bought some new ones because I just wanted to make sure that I'd got some, and I didn't know if Joe was going to have any, but yeah, got some lovely chandeliers here. You see some of them lit up so you can see that they're working. So straightforward enough. Just plug in. Some bed boards. It just shows you that these how the beds tend to be. And she puts these things out. She knows I'm coming. And then you've got 2 chairs there that match this bed frame, which is also gorgeous. 2 more chevettes. Which I well, I'm not desperate, but I do need to go in the bedrooms. I've decided in the bedrooms we need to have a wardrobe, bedside tables and beds. And then a sort of tea and coffee making station for each one. Now I can't go bonkers and have giant wardrobes. So whilst I was out yesterday at the Broconte, and I didn't really film this before, and haven't got everything here, but whilst I was out at the Broconte, I purchased 2 chevettes, which are bedside tables. That's what they're called in France, for one of the rooms. And I bought this little pillow for the fern suite. I saw it and was just like, yeah, that's going to go beautifully and complement the greens and the browns in there. And another one of these, which is a makeup cum shaving mirror. So I got one last time I was there. Another one here. So purchased that as well. In addition, what I don't have here is the washstand that I purchased and a wardrobe, an armoire. They're due to be delivered probably the week after next. So I'll show you those once they're here. Here's the previous purchased shaving mirror. It's just up there at the moment. It's enjoying some sunshine. Yeah, it's very cold but beautiful. The downside of having beautiful clear skies on days like this is that you know the night is going to be absolutely freezing. Of course, the upside of cold nights is that you get to have the most fantastic fires, log fires. So absolutely love having my log fires. Just dreamy, snuggled up in here with the cats. So wonderful. So, it's time to go for this episode. Thank you so much once again for joining me. If you've enjoyed watching, and I hope you have, please subscribe if you haven't already, and do like, comment if you've got any comments at all, and share with friends and family that you think might enjoy watching as well. Thank you so much. Bye bye.